One. All right, I'm back for Dust 2 US's ongoing coverage of FragX Level Up Expo Vegas 2025. I'm here with Kevin Consti from Vagrants following an unfortunately one-sided loss to NIP like many other teams have at this event. So not the best display of CS prowess today. What went so wrong for you in that NIP game, you think?
I think it was a mixture of them just like being super ready, right? Like I saw exists there with Skybox Edge. They were definitely super prepared for us, and also there's a lot of tech issues and stuff that definitely made the game feel less immersive because there's so many pauses. However, like at the end of the day, we lost fair and square, and they're just a really good team.
Is there anything that you can take away from this match with it being one-sided? Something you think you can try to do better and try to replicate in the when you go back to NA competition?
Yeah, I think it just shows that we're not really at the level where we can challenge these teams yet. I think we're okay with upsetting, especially in ECL BO1s, and taking a map here and there off good teams. But to really be at the level where we want to be, we need to be showing up when it matters against the top teams.
Overall, this event, you beat Chaos and the Plague and lost to Getting Info and NIP. Considering the lack of wins over notable opposition, are you guys pretty? How do you feel about this loss? Are you disappointed? I mean, pardon me, this exit from the event. Are you feeling disappointed at all?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think we definitely got a short end of the stick because we didn't have many VRS points coming into the event because we didn't get our points from ECL yet, so we got a pretty poor seed. It would have been nice to have a chance to play like a weaker team in the round of 16 and maybe get some VRS points there or warm up a bit more into it. But at the end of the day, like that's just how the system works, right? It's fair for everybody.
Right. Unfortunately, with that, this has been a bit of a sour period for the Vagrants. Just over in the Dust US Eagle Master Series, the team unfortunately exited with a 0-3 record. What went wrong there?
I think from playing, we're trying to basically improve our ceiling as a team, and in that, by doing that, we made our game a lot more volatile. We're doing a lot more risky or kind of gambly things in order to kind of like I guess make up for our lack of experience, which is I think a valid thing to do. However, when we transitioned back into playing teams that are weaker than us, we couldn't really make the switch back. And when we do the risky things against the worst teams, a lot of times they don't have proper reactions, and it kind of comes back and haunts us.
On the positive side, though, you did end up blocking in playoffs in ESL Challenger League, I think, with something like a 16-12 record. How are you feeling about ECL this season?
I think ECL has been great. The BO1 format, the two best of one formats definitely favors underdog teams, which is very good for us. It's a lot harder to win, a best of three compared to like best of ones where anything can happen. I think that the playoff structure still kind of sucks, and a lot of teams are kind of confused about how the next season's invites will work. Like playing ECL playoffs while advanced playoffs is, right after. It's kind of odd for us, but we're just like every other team. We're just like in it, right? Like hopefully after the season we have enough BRS to make it back in invited, but if not, then we just have to play advanced playoffs.
With Vagrants and ECL, you made the decision to jump from Akimbo over to Vagrants. I wonder if you could explain that decision to change team for us.
Yeah, like the main thing is just Akimbo aren't a practicing team. Like N2O and Laxi have work, so they can't really afford to practice very much. And Akimbo was kind of my like dip back into playing competitive because I took a year off, and after that I felt like I was ready to join a competing team. And it also like I wasn't trying to leave them for no reason, but it just happened so that like opening came up and I knew Brett from before, so it kind of connected.
You replaced Cyrex on the Vagrants lineup when you came in mid-season. How do you think the team's changed with you in it versus a player like Cyrex?
I don't really know much about Cyrix, but I definitely feel like our ceiling as a team has improved a lot, and I think I'm a much more stable player. Uh, I don't I don't think that I don't mean this in like a bad way to Cyrus. I just think I have a lot more experience than him in playing ECL and stuff like that. So I kind of and I'm a pretty like generally pretty calm person. So when things are getting hectic, I'm good at calming things down and making sure we're still doing the right like the basics right. Yeah.
Heading into ECL playoffs after a recent string of losses, it's going to be important for you guys to really hit the ground running there, especially against Nouns. What are the priorities for you when you get home from Frag to be ready for that match against Nouns?
I think it's kind of tough to prep for that match because Nouns are playing with a sub. So I'm not super sure what they're gonna look like. Like for example, like even I was asking Peeping earlier, he's here. Like they're not super sure what's going on with them post MRQ. I mean, but the main thing is I think for us is shore up our map pool. we got away with it in ECL because we have a couple really strong maps for us, but in BO3s you definitely get exposed. Like even in NIP today, like they picked Nuke into us, which is a generally weaker map against us. We've had some success playing scrims and stuff, but we're definitely not there yet in terms of matches.
All right, that's Kevin Consti from Vagrants with a lot of work to do ahead of ECL playoffs. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.